Good day, everyone. I am Maylin Patricia Sarko from BSc 3B, and I will be discussing to you today the the first part of Lab Work 5, which is entitled Morphology and Importance of Hair in Criminal Investigation. So now we are going to proceed to the morphology of hair. So let's discuss the parts of the hair. So we have three parts, which is the root, shaft, and the tip. So the root is the part of the hair which lies under the surface of the skin. Next is shaft, which has three parts. So a shaft is the portion above the surface of the skin, and it is the most distinctive part of the hair. So it has three parts, which is the cuticle, cortex, and medulla or core. So first part is the cuticle, or the outermost part of the hair. It consists of one layer of non-nucleated polygonal cells which overlaps like the scales of fish. Next part is the cortex, which is the intermediate and the thickest layer of the shaft and is composed of elongated spindle-like fibrils. And the last part of shaft is the medulla or core, which is the central canal of the hair, and it may be empty or may contain various sorts of cell, more or less pigmented, and begins near the root. So the last part of the hair is the tip, which is sometimes termed as the point, which means distal end of an uncut hair shaft. So now guys, we are going to answer the question, what is the importance of hair into the criminal investigation? So our hair can be defined as a specific outgrowth of the skin which occur to the human body except in the palm of the hands or the sole in our feet. Uh, its importance or essence in criminal investigation is that hair can be considered as a form of physical evidence, and it can be used to trace the involvement of victim from the suspect or vice versa. Also, by evaluating hair structures, if we study the hair we see in the crime scene, it can provide DNA from cells which are attached to the root of the hair. And lastly, we are going to differentiate the human and animal hair. So the medullary index of a human hair is less than 0.5, while the animals have more than 0.5. Uh, Also, in humans, sometimes medulla might not be present, while in animals' hair, medulla are always present. And the scale pattern of a human hair is fine, while the scale pattern of an animal hair is coarse. And also, the pigment granules of a human hair is fine, while the animal's pigment granules are coarse. So that's all for part 1, and thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Joyce Villarniana and I am from section Crim 3A, and today we'll be discussing about the part 2 of the laboratory work 5, which is the preliminary examination of human hair and animal hair. So I have here my safety materials, which are my goggles, my gloves, my mask, and my lab gown. So let's start the activity. So on this activity, we'll be examining and determining the color, the texture, the appearance, and the length of animal hair and human hair. So we have here the animal hair from a dog's hair and the human hair.
So this is the human hair, and as what you can see guys, the color is black, and as we examined its texture, the texture is fine, and the appearance, as what you can see, it is straight. And as we measured its length, the length is 4 inches. This is the closer look. We also have here the animal hair. It is from a dog's hair, and the color is brownish white, and its texture is medium. The appearance, as what you can see, is that it looks dry, frizzy, and short. And as we measured its length, the length is 1 inch.
So guys, upon determining the color, the texture, the appearance, and the length of human hair and animal hair is that it provides us the knowledge onto how to determine its characteristics and the difference between human hair and animal hair. So in criminal investigation, hair examination has been used for many years, and it has been very useful, and at the same time it provides a further lead of criminal investigation. So now we are moving on to the hair from different parts of the body. So we have here the hair from the scalp or head, and we also have here the beard. The next one is the mustache, and we also have here the eyebrow, the limb hair, the axillary hair, and the last one is the pubic hair. So also we'll be determining its color, texture, appearance, and length.
So these are the hair collected from the different parts of the body. We have beard, mustache, eyebrow, limbed hair. We also have here the axillary hair, and the next one is the pubic hair. As what you observed, all hair are color black, and as we examined its texture, all hair are thick or coarse hair, and except from the hair from the scalp, which is the texture is fine, and into the appearance of the eyebrow is that it is shiny, some are curved, and some are stiff, and some are short, and they also have different length and the characteristic of roots of the hair.
Hey everyone, I'm John Tiarojo, a BS Criminology Section 3A. Today, I'm gonna perform part 3 entitled of Microscopic Examination. So, these are the following materials. First is pieces of paper, human hair, animal hair, dropper, and water. So, let's begin. So first, let's take one drop of each slide. And then cover it. So what is human hair? Human hair is a protein filament that grows from the follicles found in the dermis. Human hair is the one of the defining characteristics of mammals. The human body, apart from the areas of glorious skin, is covered in follicles which provide thick, terminal, and fine vellus hair. Next is animal hair. Animal hair is a thick growth of hair that covers the skin of the many different animals, particularly mammals, and it consists of a combination of oily guard hair on top and a thick underfur beneath. The guard hair keeps moisture from not reaching the skin. The underfur acts as an insulating blanket that keeps the animal warm. Next is what is the difference between human hair and animal hair? The difference between human and animal hair is that the human hair does not stop growing, hence it is longer, while the animal hair stops growing when it reaches a certain length, therefore it is shorter. The cuticle is the outermost layer of the hair shaft. The cuticle is scaly and it is different within species. Next is the difference between medulla in human hair and animal hair. The medulla in human hair is amorphous in appearance and the width is generally less than one-third an overall diameter of the hair shaft, while the medulla in animal hair is normally continuous and structured and generally occupied area of greater than one-third the overall diameter of the hair shaft. And that's all for today. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I am Mariel Tinghil from BD Scream 3A. So I am the one who assigned to report a fart port this 4 or 5 year. And this is the materials needed. So this is the materials needed. A tweezer, a cotton, litmus paper, a silk, and a linen. So, based on my observation, the odor of the forms of the cotton is like a paper burning, and the appearance of burn end in the cotton is like a yellowish or orange, and then the color of the ash of the cotton is like a leaden gray, and also the action of the forms of the moistened red and blue litmus paper is like the red litmus paper has no reaction of the cotton, and also the blue litmus paper has a reaction that the blue litmus paper changes into a violet. So I don't have a wool materials, but I researched it in YouTube. So the odor of the forms of the wool is like a hair burning or a strong odor, and the appearance of the burn end is like a orange color, and the color of the ash is really black powder. And then the odor of the forms of the lining is also smell like a paper burning, and the appearance of the burnt end is like a yellow flame, and the color of the ash is a light gray, and the action of the forms in the moistened red and blue litmus paper is the red litmus paper has no chins, but it cover a black, and the blue litmus paper has chins into a violet. That's all.
Thank you, Annie.
So the odor of the forms of the silk is like a cherried meat, and the appearance of the burnt end is like black, and the color of the ash is black, and the action of the forms on the moistened red and blue litmus paper, the red litmus is the colors has changed into a violet, and the blue has no reaction, but the cover all black.
Good day everyone, I am John Rob S. Ortiz from BS Criminology 3B, and now I am going to tackle the microscopic examination for fibers. Technical tests require skilled personnel who can handle and use the equipment and chemicals for the analysis of the textile fibers. Among microscopic tests and chemical tests, microscopic tests are mainly used for natural fiber or natural fibers, and the test identifies the natural fibers more easily as compared to man-made ones. Synthetic fibers are very similar in appearance, and the increases in the number of varieties make it a little tough to distinguish the fibers even under the microscope. The microscopic test is a technical test that involves identifying the fabric with the help of the microscope. With a magnification of minimum of 100 power, the test can easily distinguish between fibers. The test identifies the natural fibers more easily as compared to man-made ones. Synthetic fibers are very similar in appearance, and the increases in the number of varieties make it a little tough to distinguish the fibers even under the microscope. And first is the cotton. I am going to show you or describe you what is we have the two kinds of view, the longitudinal and the cross-sectional view. For example, this pencil. This is the longitudinal view. We can see here, but in the cross-sectional view, we can see its center here, or just like this. We can see the center of the pencil. This is the cross-sectional view, and this is the longitudinal view. The cotton in longitudinal view was a mature, flat, and ribbon-like with convolutions, thick wall, and small lumen. And it is a immature, very thin wall and large lumen with few convolutions, and dead very thin and almost transparent, and mercerized, smooth, and cylindrical, fewer convolutions, and lumen or sometimes may be absent. In cross-sectional view, it is a kidney shape, elliptical, very thin, like a strip, and nearly round or a circular. And next is the wool. In longitudinal view, it is a cylindrical, irregular, rough surface, scale-like structure, dark medulla, may appear on coarse wool fibers. In cross-sectional view, nearly round or circular medulla may appear. And the next is the linen or linen. In longitudinal view, smooth and bamboo-like with a cross marking nodes. No lengthwise striations, narrow lumens, and next is the cross-sectional view of linen. It is a sharp polygonal shape with a straight sides, immature oval shape with a large lumen. And next is the silk. In longitudinal view, smooth surface, structureless, triangular shape, transparent rod, broader fiber with fine and longitudinal lines passing across filament. In cross-sectional view, it is a triangular with a rounded corners, and in addition, fibers are everywhere because textiles are mass produced, and it is difficult to trace a fiber back to a specific source. But fiber evidence is valuable because it creates link among victims, suspects, and places. And statistics and probability are important in narrowing the source. Investigators identify and compare fibers physically using microscopy as well as chemically. And that's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, this is the part 6 of laboratory work number 5, which is the microscopic and burning test of hair and fiber. And this is Jimmy A. Aurelia. Here is the analysis of set A, which is microscopic test of human hair and the fiber. In the microscope, the color of human hair strands is colorless and the medulla is not available. On the other hand, the fiber is complex rather than the hair because they have different edges. Okay, let's proceed to the set B of the part 6 lab work 5, in which the burning test of fiber, animal hair, human hair by using the litmus paper and the candle. So, let's discuss about the observations of the different characteristic of human hair, animal hair, and fiber when performing the burning test. In the terms of odor of fumes, fiber has the strong odor, unlike the human hair and animal hair. The appearance of the burnt end of the human hair has a curved look, unlike an animal hair that it doesn't change at all. And the burnt end of the fiber looks like it was compressed and become tiny. Speaking of the color of ash, human hair, animal hair, and fiber was the same color, which is black. Additionally, on the actions of fumes on the moistened litmus paper, the fiber fumes doesn't touch the litmus paper and it directly curves upward, unlike the human hair and the animal hair's fumes that it touch the litmus paper before it curves upward. Solution to this activity, hairs and fibers are example of crime scene evidences. The transfer of these evidences can be a critical process in the crime scene. However, analysis these evidences requires a thorough understanding of the natures of the evidence. Hair are composed mainly of protein, keratin, and can be defined as the slender outgrowths of the skin. Once again, this is Jamie A. Aurelia. Thank you.